we talk about an 8-year developmental timeline. This is an important thing to understand. If we say we've got 8 years to solve key components of climate change, some people will say, oh my gosh, that's terrible, that we should be afraid. We should look at that as a situation of lack, as a situation of fear, as a situation of non-spiritual orientation towards infinite optimistic co-creative possibility, which is always available to us. We would suggest, nah, that's not necessary to look at it that way. An 8-year timeline just means it's useful to be well organized. It's useful to prepare ourselves in a very efficient, catalytic, streamlined, intelligent way to learn as fast as we can, to evolve and transform and heal as fast as we can, to become as conscious as quickly as we can, and to take advantage of this vast amount of time, because 8 years is a vast amount of time. Can you imagine how many, 200 years ago, how many decisions did a person have to make in their day? Well, I got to go out and I got to plant the seeds in the field. And then I've got to till the field. And then I've got to chop some wood. And then I've got to make dinner. Okay, those were decisions. How many decisions do we now make every day? How many orders of magnitude? Oh, I'm going to go select the bread I'm going to buy. Well, how many grains does it have? Does it have white flour or other flour in it? What are its other ingredients? Did it come from Saskatchewan or Detroit or California or India or China? Because that might make a difference to me. Was it produced in a way that's optimally green, or did they burn a bunch of fossil fuels in the production of it? You see that this extension of how many different decisional factors and characteristics that we would choose moment by moment how our life is going to unfold from now is way more than it used to be in the past. If you're going to send an email or if you're going to post something on social media, how many different vantage points might you evaluate prior to sending it? How many different ways might you contemplate and think, well, I don't want them to think this, and I do want them to think that, and I don't want them to misunderstand this, and I don't want to take any chance that they're going to judge me about this, and I want to word it in the ways that they're going to accept and appreciate. So the world is far more complex, and we're living dog years. Time is speeding up. So much more is happening every year now than has ever happened in the history of humanity around the world constantly, that 8 years is like 1,000 years. It doesn't mean it's not useful to look at it as 8 years and to organize ourselves, schedule things, manage ourselves, time box things. There need be no fear in that process whatsoever. If we project fear onto that process, for whatever reason, that's our choice. You have the right to. If that fear generates stress, we apologize. If we didn't say that there were 8 years and you didn't know it, would you be potentially not as motivated as if you did know it? You needn't be motivated by fear or stress or worry or anxiety. You can be motivated by love. You can say, I've got 8 years to love all of humanity more than I've ever loved it before, and serve and give and contribute and solve and heal stuff. So it's an opportunity. It's not a problem. It's a process. So this 8-year time boxing is the way it's listed. It's referred to in project management. It helps create focus and clarity and motivation, not fear motivation, willful motivation, intentional motivation, determination, courage, intentional efforting, and it results in the optimal management of resources and projects and managed goal attainment. And it only creates fear if we don't know how to manage our fear. It's not based on a lack mentality. It's based in, as far as we understand, in air quotes, scientifically vetted information that says climate change is occurring the way it is. we're bringing it about through our unconscious or unwise or ignorant efforts or well-intentioned efforts. And so this is a truth. It's not a fear. It's useful to be able to choose how you interpret, how you look at resolution of climate change, how you choose to look at consciously your collaborative contribution process, how you serve, how you participate. Because if you choose to look at it as love and joy and fun, then you won't feel fear, stress, and worry and anxiety. And these emotional dynamics are a choice. That we're not putting that on you as an expectation or a responsibility. It's just the way that it is. And it's a choice we learn to choose more wisely from day by day. We choose more love, joy, fun, less fear, anxiety, stress, worry. Can anyone in this world, in some part of themselves, when faced with seeming challenges, it's really process. We wouldn't call climate change a challenge. We'd call it a process. It's the evolution of humanity. It's the path of evolution that we've collectively chosen. We might not have recognized consciously that it was our path, and still it's what we chose. It's the result of what we chose. Therefore, it's our path of evolution. So it's not a problem. It's our school book. It's just that. And thus it's our opportunity to evolve. And so it's all opportunity all the time. It's all wonderful possibility all the time. If we see it that way, it all gets better. It's all recognized as benefit, as opportunity, as co-creative possibility, and an option that's being presented to this collective species soul process to bring our souls together in such an expression of collective grace that we soothe all of the planetary issues together, that we heal our world and each other together.